Hello YouTube, my name's Jay and welcome to Her Story. So, real quick about this series, I previously recorded 2 episodes of this, but I lost the video file. It just got corrupted and I couldn't bring it back. I had the audio, but what the fuck was the audio gonna do? And it was only my audio, it wasn't even the game audio too, which is like the main point of this fucking game. Like, I probably could have bullshitted it with the game audio in there, but so, real quick, this is an indie game that came out last year. Basically, we're a detective having to figure out, I guess we're having to solve this old case, like try and figure out what happened to it, but a bunch of the files on the computer got lost. Like, they're on the computer, but they're just like spread out, scattered. So we had to use keywords to try and find like tags for them, to try and find each bits and pieces of this interview with this lady and try and find out what happened there. So I'm going to go real quick over, and it lets you save some of the videos to like view later. And so down here is like videos I saved. And so just real quick, I'm going to go through the ones I felt were imperative to the story to let you guys kind of get an idea of what happened that 30 minutes that we lost of. So this is going to be a longer episode just because the first part of it, or the good majority of it, we're going to kind of be playing catch up, and then I'm going to go over a bit of my notes, because this game is, I've never played a detective game, so wasn't really like prepared for any detective like work. I was just like, oh, just click on the things and try and find clues. But I figured out I need to take a shit ton of notes for this, since we're having to like search certain keywords, and those keywords bring up so many videos, and in those videos we figure out like 5 new keywords we should search, so I need to write those down, mark off which ones I searched. So real quick, let's listen to some of these.
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
Alright, so obviously someone related to this lady, or someone this lady knows, has been murdered. So we have to figure out who that person is.
Yeah, that's me. But February, I mean, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Alright, so whenever we started the game off, the first keyword it made us look up was murder. It gave us like those videos and some other ones. So obviously we need to look up Simon next.
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
That's it. I got a cop still. Hold on, let's look at this video.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing.
No murder weapon.
And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
So obviously she's told the interviewers, the interrogators, some big shit that she's just claiming are simply stories now.
Simon Smith.
Alright, so his last name's
He works
Smith.
at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass.
Learning a lot about him.
Simon does the more special work.
Oh, yeah.
Making feature windows, artistic things, really beautiful things.
Alright, so we learned his last name, where he works. Quite a bit from that. Let's see what else we have.
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build. He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. And border photo. They said a spring photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome. It's the best one I have.
Alright, so we learned a little bit. Oh, I tagged it as do not show because it was fucking useless information. Oh well. I am stuck away.
It's the Rockington Arms. The Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan.
It's Peter and Susan and The Rock.
Regulars there that Simon likes to drink with. And the barmaid they have it sometimes, Helen. Peter said
Helen.
Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Ellen. Alright, this one we're skipping to. So we're going not there. It's this one. It's a little long.
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job. he didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at The Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come and see you. His parents haven't heard anything either.
Alright, Simon went missing after they had a little verbal dispute.
He was wearing
A shirt!
a shirt.
He was wearing a shirt. Fucking vital information.
Blue turtleneck shirt.
Blue turtleneck and jeans.
He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric.
Been nice if we knew a brand.
He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, like Paddington Bear. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house. Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier,
Cavalier.
and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are there now, on the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back.
So for the Cavalier was a kind of important note, because I mean, I don't know, the brand of the car just may be relevant later.
Yes, that would be in his wallet.
I feel like
It's a
why
Visa.
add that it's a Cavalier?
He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash. But Eric convinced him to get one.
So Eric convinced him to get a credit card.
Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other,
Why would Eric...
especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane?
So Eric has a wife named Diane now. And then you gotta wonder, what's Eric's motive behind wanting to have Simon get a credit card?
Diane is really nice. She helps out with the glaziers, organises the Christmas party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids. She used to help me when I worked there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
Simon's
yeah.
watch.
So they have 2 kids.
It was a gift from Eric.
Not them, but
He got it this
Eric,
year.
Diane.
It was a wedding anniversary gift.
Still.
Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time. You must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
Wait.
Yeah, that's Simon's watch.
This is his watch.
It was a gift from Eric.
It was
He
steel?
got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel.
Write that down. I didn't have that written
Diane
down.
who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time. You must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
So apparently this evidence, to her anyways, should eliminate her as a potential suspect.
Not really. He would go to the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house. Sometimes Eric, his boss, and his wife would come over for dinner. That would be us returning the favour. Diane is a really good cook, into her trendy ingredients.
Trendy.
And last
What the fuck is
time
that?
Simon cooked something off MasterChef. He got the recipe off CFAX, and I did my Lloyd Grossman bit, commenting from the sidelines.
Fucker.
I find fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel?
The fucker trendy ingredients. I don't get that. Yeah, she brings her fucking guitar to like an interview or interrogation about a murder of
Simon and Eric arguing?
Simon. If it's her boyfriend, friend, ex-husband, whatever.
Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist.
Oh.
But I don't know. You should ask Diane.
Diane.
I got in the car and I drove. And just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired.
See, it seems like they argue a lot, because there was that one argument we saw earlier where they got... Afterwards, Simon left and he drove far. Now this one, she drove all the way up to Glasgow after they argued.
I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept.
I remember Vic said exactly that they argued, but I presume that they argued.
I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from the payphone, and then headed back.
Okay, what else is on here? Quite a bit.
No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning.
How early? I don't know, I just felt that was a really odd detail.
When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted. The streets were empty. I was driving badly. And I hit a taxi.
What does that mean? Was she like
Not a big crash.
tired driving or drunk or anything?
The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me. But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out.
She was pregnant.
The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
This hospital. So, two important details. She was pregnant during that incident, and the hospital. You gotta figure that hospitals.
Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room, and they decided we should get married.
So that's kind of confirmation that Simon was kind of for.
Yes.
Her and Simon were dating. Whether they actually got married or not is yet to be known.
This happened some days. I'm pregnant.
Okay,
This
so
morning sickness.
so when she went to Glasgow, she said she was in Glasgow. Oh no! So that photo she saw earlier, that we saw in the previous videos, it was in February. So she was presumably the Glasgow incident was not much, or was around that time, give or take. So she's still pregnant now. Simon, we're assuming, died around February, so approximately 4 months before this. So she's, I'm assuming, like at least 5 or 6 months along, if not more. So she's still pregnant.
No. Well, yes.
No.
I found out on my birthday.
I mean, yes. I mean, no. Yes.
I told him I was pregnant.
Okay. If we figure out her birthday, then we'll know whenever she found out she was pregnant, but I'm not sure if that's, like, imperative for information.
Sorry.
Sorry.
The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me. Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it. Oh, maybe in colour.
Why do you want me to color? Yeah. So this one we skipped is basically her going over the whole premise of the story of Rapunzel and what it's all about. So let's see. Do not show this. These next few, not including this one, are going to be fairly long.
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? Could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
Alright, these next few... There's 5 left. They're fairly long, or they start to get long, but they're really important information.
We were obsessed with fairy tales. Not just the pretty, pretty ones, but the traditional ones. They were dark and real, bizarre and violent. Felt like life. We had this huge old book that I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They were in colour, shiny plates. At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories. We'd read aloud the captions and flip between pictures. There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper, undressing the pictures. Rapunzel's hair is cut. The eagle plucks out his heart. The princess pricks her finger.
Alright, now this one... Yeah, this one's almost 2 minutes long.
The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents.
So...
There was no way I could follow. So it was...
Hannah is like someone's sister, someone's daughter.
It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognized me, I started wearing a wig. Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant. But I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers.
See, so like... So she was trying to get pregnant with random people so that she could say it was like Simon or something? Like this video is so confusing.
I was 17.
So was 17, so is she 18 now? She's still 17?
I was being punished.
Oh no. She was trying to get...
Betrayed us.
And like, who the fuck is Hannah?
I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD.
Is Hannah her sister? His sister?
When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
So... Is Hannah just a third party? Hannah... See, this is just a really confusing. Is Hannah someone else that cheated, that Simon cheated on her with, and now they're getting a place and now she's moving in? And we still don't know this lady's name.
My name is Hannah.
Except, like, what the fuck?
H-A-N-N-A-H.
Like, her name is Hannah too, like... Like...
It's the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work.
Like, I'm just thinking she's crazy now. Like, she's saying there was that Hannah that they had problems with and that betrayed them, quote unquote. But she says that she's Hannah. And so she says that she's Hannah Smith. So, obviously, in some way, shape, or form, she is still married to Simon.
Yes.
She's on a lie
My
detector.
name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
See, that, like, in that right there, she's on the lie detector test, she says her name's Hannah Smith, and the first thing they do when you're on those tests, like, I've actually been on one, they ask you, like, very basic names, like, very basic questions, like, what's your name, or what's your gender, your hair color, your eye color, like, stuff that you're gonna answer, like, truthfully, because it's, like, fucking, like, you already gave them the information, they fucking know the answers, so they can tell, so they see the wave, so they can try and tell, like, when your answers like falter from that wave pattern, so they'd be like, I think he lied here or whatever, but those lie detector tests are bullshit. But anyways, that just right there shows that she says, my name's Hannah Smith. It's like, oh shit, like, if she knows that they know that that's not true, and so she has to fix it. Wait, is this one supposed to show? Yeah.
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah.
So Hannah's presumably like a sister, stepsister or
Told
something?
my mother I was dead.
And then see, like, what the fuck is
But I
that?
wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to.
So, the midwife told the mother that she was dead. Then what the fuck did they do with the body? Like, what did the mother think? Like, it's just so many weird questions. And this came up, like, these last week came up from this, whenever we searched Hannah. On my notes, I have written down ones that we've searched, Eric and Diane. I also have 2 kids written down. I've searched The Rock, searched Peter, Susan, Glasgow. I also have not searched 31 Gladstone Street, Blue Turtleneck, Jeans, Watch Still, Cavalier, Visa Debit Card, Midwife Florence, I've searched Vanille, I've searched Rapunzel, Hannah, the number 17, or I typed it out. Have not searched Eve, 15, wife, wedding, but I have her search also Glazier, Simon Smith, Simon, pregnant, and hospital. What should we search? Let's search midwife, because that's what she just, like, barely fucking mentioned, so... Now I have no idea what the fuck is going to happen. Alright, so we've already viewed this one. So the little eyeball means.
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence.
Oh, no, wait.
When Hannah was born...
Oh, no, the eye means we have not viewed it. I got it backwards, my bad.
Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight. It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby, carrying in supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different. I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road. I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror. She was me.
Oh my god, it did that. It did that once when I was last recording, and it scared the shit out of me. Oh my god, that is so fucking frightening looking. Oh my god, I do not like that at all. Oh fuck, let's look up Florence. Alright, we have a few that we have not seen.
Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up.
Twins.
Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
So twins. Oh my god. Oh my god. Don't play that music. I get creeped out for this fucking music now because I think that thing's gonna pop up.
Florence was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess. When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin.
This is diary.
With stuff in it.
Diary.
Papers, letters, that kind of thing. Her story wasn't there. I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand, I guess. I just put it together later, once I was older.
What story?
She had loved children, planned to have a large family. Her husband died in the war. And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s.
So young.
But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You know, you married for life, she felt she could never marry again.
Yeah, you already said that.
I guess it was harder, a war widow. One of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know.
Search war?
No. It was just me and her. It was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try and came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember, that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread. Maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
Let's search Eve. Eve seems to be a very important name. Yes, there's quite a bit. 7 entries, access limited to first 5. Oh, I hate that shit.
Well, my friend Eve.
Her friend?
She was a friend from when I was a kid. She was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, I really hate her sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater.
Wow.
There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach.
What the fuck?
I held her head under, and I kept it up.
Holy shit.
And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown.
What the fuck?
But that was it. It was just a moment.
Yeah.
We were made up afterwards. It was a love-hate relationship.
More hate than love. Holy shit. You're like, I really contemplated about ending her fucking life.
Police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off, I mean, we'd saved money, pitched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. And picked me up from the station.
Portsmouth.
But I blamed everything on my friend Eve. So my parents let me off.
Portsmouth. I wonder if Portsmouth's important. Write it down anyways.
My mother called me Eve.
That was all? Okay. Alright. Let's look up diary. There's that one. Oh shit. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to smack the fuck out of the mic stand.
No, he doesn't keep a diary. That's my thing. I kept one as long as I can remember, since I was a girl. Helps make sense of my day. And when you're forced to put something into words, it just gives you perspective. Everyone's on the same page.
Okay.
When I was 8, Mother died. She slipped down the stairs. It was an accident. I had read a diary at that point and I knew she wasn't my real mother. So I burned the diary that day and I left. Walked out.
Whoa.
And across the street.
No, stop that. Stop that. I don't like that. Holy shit, that gives me so many chills.
We would swap places and take it in turns to do things. And we were very careful. Whoever had been out that day would come back and write a detailed diary so that we were on the same page. We had a list of rules that said what we could and couldn't do in any given situation. It was exhaustive. We lived a second life through those rules. Rules for things that could only ever happen inside our imaginations. We would consider all the permutations of future events and agree rules to walk our way through them.
Oh my god, let's search one more thing before we end the episode. Let's search 8. The age 8.
Yes. We left after the argument. It was about
8 o'clock. Okay. Didn't really tell us much.
No. I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage at 8 months.
Oh. So is she pregnant
We
again?
carried on living at Sam's parents until
Miscarriage.
about 2 months after.
Alright, I always I always wait for the damn creepy pop out. So she had a miscarriage.
I think when I drove back it was about 8 or something. And I got back to the house about 3.
One more.
About 8 years back. It was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have 1 cup.
1 cup. Alright. So I haven't really gotten much farther about figuring out who killed Simon and why. Honestly, I'm not even sure how to beat the game. I know that's our objective, but I don't know how to be I solved it. Like, fucking, yeah, Mr. Meeseeks, look at me. Let me see what this says again. File the Freedom Information, original tapes in 99, the Y2K hit thing. I couldn't find the server to take this footage on. Possibly those tapes got damaged in the archives. Figured this would be enough. Take your time. And then this says nothing, right? Or just telling us automatically sorted. Each statement made by the interview participants stored separately so they can be tagged for submission to court. To retrieve a clip. To narrow a search, use multiple words. Oh, I forgot to use multiple words. If you're working from a printed transcript, you can even be more precise. Use inverted commas to search for an exact match. Yes, I was there. Store a clip for later. Oh, I forgot we could use multiple words. Holy shit, that changes the game. Holy shit, that changes the game. Because what did we look up? We looked up Florence and it gave us so many. It gave us 7, but no, it wasn't Florence. It was a midwife? There's one. Oh, Eve. Shit, that's not how you spell Eve. Eve had 7, but we only got the first 5. Let me do this real quick. Eve, friend. Ooh, here's a new one. Ooh, this is kind of long. Let's do this. This is going to be our last one.
Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend. Once, she was already up and dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear, she went mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom, and seconds later, out came Hannah, dressed and ready. My mum was amazed.
Alright, that was useless as fuck. Okay, so we're gonna end the episode here, guys. I guess tomorrow we'll search miscarriage. See where that leads us. See what dark fucking road that leads us down to. So, let me know what you guys are thinking of her story so far. Really sorry about losing the first 2 episodes I recorded. I mean, you guys pretty much got the gist of it by the quick recap I did. I mean, I'm really liking this game. It seems really interesting. So, be sure to tune in tomorrow to catch more of her story in your daily dose of Vitamin J. See ya.